Okay, we're waiting for, get one more for a quorum.
You need another one for a phone? Oh, yes, please.
All right, awesome. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 commissioners, 5 including Rufus. So we're good to start. Well, thanks for everyone for joining. I'll call this regular meeting of Monday, October 16th of Kent Parks and Recreation Commission to order. Let me bring up the agenda. Let me just, Jared, you live with us?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Now I can, yeah. That I don't know if that was me or you.
No, yeah, I'm good.
Okay, cool. All right. Agenda. Okay, I don't think we have any. Oh, okay, we don't have any alternates. Before we get to the approval of the agenda, there were a couple of things that I wanted to add, Jared. I think we can put it at the end, but if we add a 10 to discuss the dates for 2024 meetings, and then 11, I guess, would be to discuss new members, new commissioners.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
Okay. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
So moved.
Thank you. A second, please.
Second it.
All those in favor? Raise your hand to say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, great. Thank you. Okay, so moving on to 4, approval of minutes from meeting held on 9/27.
Yeah, they're not done yet.
Okay. Let me know if I can help with that at all.
Thanks. Yeah, no, they'll be done for the next meeting, for sure.
All right, thanks, Jared. And are you taking minutes for tonight's meeting?
Yeah, I'm not doing it during the meeting, but I'll do it after.
Okay, thank you, Jared. Okay, moving on to number 5, finance reports. We have the reports through the end of September 2023. Does anyone have any anything they'd like to discuss regarding the budgets? I will be going Wednesday to the Board of Finance meeting to request the transfer that we approved as an agenda item in our June meeting for the amount that we were budgeting for the town day, that we no longer are planning to have that moved into the hourly employees line. So I will update everyone on how that goes, or if you would like to attend Wednesday at 6 p.m. is that meeting.
I have soccer, so can't make it, just so you know.
I figured, yeah, I didn't bother asking because I knew you had soccer, so.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll try.
Uh,
Thanks for
yeah.
going, Mike.
Cool. Yep, absolutely. Just thought I'd mention that. Okay, so moving on to number 6, correspondence. I didn't get anything through my email. Jared, anything come through the main parks email?
no, nothing of note that I can think of.
Okay. So we can keep moving along. Public comment. We do have a member of the public, Lynn. So if there's anything the public would like to comment on, you can let me know now. Okay, it doesn't look like tonight. Moving on to number 8, programs and events. Jared, anything?
No, I've just been leaving these things in here as placeholders, that way.
Yeah.
Don't.
Well, so what did we have? We had something on. We had some Halloween stuff so far, right? Is that?
Yeah, we did two movie nights with the library.
Yeah.
One was a family movie night, one was a tween movie night. Family movie night did pretty well. The teen movie night, not so much, but they said that's normally how it goes. But I would say the family movie night was a real success. Had about 30 people there, which was great. It was supposed to be outside, but it poured, so we moved it indoors. And it was a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of real good feedback from the parents and the kids. So, and we
So
have
when
our
you say
pumpkin
in-
painting is this coming Friday. And then obviously we're helping out with the fun run the next weekend. So those will be our last 2 fall Halloween events.
Cool. And so when you say inside, it was in the library, or was it in the community house?
Yeah, in the library.
In the library. Cool.
I know a lot of families are excited about the pumpkin painting and carving this Friday.
What was that, Abigail? Sorry, I couldn't understand that.
Sorry, maybe my headphones weren't working well, but I heard a lot of families are excited for the event on Friday, the pumpkin
Good.
carving.
I'm glad to hear that. Good. Very good.
That's great. And tennis, we have this Wednesday is going to be the 6th and last session of this season. It's been going well. Weather's been great, which is about as as good as we could hope for. And it's been good turnout. All positive stuff. The USDA contact said he was going to feature our program in some of their I don't know if it was just some online posts or literature or whatnot, but that was cool to hear that he's kind of using ours as a model of some sort for some other towns. So that's cool.
Yeah, it's going really well.
Another-
Soccer, same.
Super positive thing that I get to see, and it's awesome to see Jared and Mike out there working together. Everybody seems to be having a great time. And it's also
Definitely.
awesome to have the backdrop of the playground being built during tennis.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. Yep. Thanks for saying that. Ansel's a lot of fun. And I guess that's a good segue into number 9, the playground, King Commons Park, which Jared sent the pictures of. But we've gotten to see the progress every Wednesday at tennis. But how how was the opening weekend, so to speak, Jared?
As far as I know, it went well. Everybody, a lot of positive feedback on the social media and, just speaking with people who went out and took advantage of it. A lot of positive sentiments. So it's all done except one item, one part of one climber is back ordered. And unfortunately, they didn't let us know that. They said it was shipped. So they started installing it and then it was shipped, but it was missing one key piece. So it couldn't be completed without that piece, but the other pieces are already cemented into the ground. So if you go over there, you'll see there's a lot of caution tape on that one amenity, but there's just nothing we can do about that. It's unsightly, but it's just the way it has to be. And then there's a big empty space where the covered picnic table is going to go when that comes in. But that's not related to, the play structure itself. So other than that, everybody's been really, really pleased. And I for one, am very excited. I think it looks awesome. And I think the crew did an amazing job. And, shout out to them and to Creative Rec for, coming up with such an awesome proposal. And really, I mean, it really transforms the park. I mean, if you go out, if you haven't seen it yet, that its tallest part, its tallest point, it's about 20 feet tall. And it's as long, the whole play area is as long as the tennis court. So it's really a nice site. And I drove through today just to see, and the whole parking lot was packed. I've never seen the parking lot with more than 2 or 3 cars unless there's an actual program going on. So I drove through at 2 different points in time and the parking lot was full both times. So that was really good to see because since I've been working here, I've never seen that. So in 2 years, it's probably the most people who've ever visited the park just to visit the park. So, that's what a playground can do, and now we see, people want to come out and want to play, want to do things. So now we need to keep planning and determining, what, the blueprint for that park and Emory as well will end up being so that we can, really give the community, a wide variety of amenities. So
I just want to say that's so great, considering all the horror stories we're hearing about building and supply chain and everything. I think that's just, great. It's really, and credit to the company and to you. I think it's just great.
yeah, like I said, we have the 2 small supply chain issues, but for all intents and purposes, the playground's open, so people can play and I put up some wood barriers to make sure that there's no way anybody could end up where they shouldn't be. So we're all good.
Nice. Okay, so moving to the shed.
That's so wonderful. I just wanted to reiterate that that's great. And kudos to this commission for helping to support Jared and getting that done and the subcommittee that helped pick out the design. It's really sweet to collaboration.
Amen.
Absolutely.
So the shed, I took down the old shed at Kent Commons Park. I demoed it basically myself with a couple high school kids from Hussey came and helped out as part of this work study thing. They come and volunteer. So we need a new one now, and I got some quotes, which I attached to the backup for the meeting under sheds. All 3 of the quotes are there together, and see there's a pretty wide range of prices. The cheapest one is from the Barnyard, and that's a $4,550. Then we have the option. They're the only company that would do the site prep. So they have the option for them to do that as well for $920, should come out to $5,400, $5,470. Quote from Tough Shed is a little bit cheaper, $5,302, but they don't do the site prep. One thing they do have is metal floor joists instead of pressure treated wood, but I spoke to Rick about that and he didn't think that was necessary. And then Shed House obviously came in quite a bit higher. So I'd just like to recommend that we purchase this 10x10 shed from the Barnyard with the site prep for a total of $5,470. and it will replace the gray shed that was at the KCS fields, that did need to be taken down because it was, I mean, for all intents and purposes, it was shot. So, yeah, if you have any questions about the shed, let me know.
Well, as the person that hangs out at KCS after school, I know parents were happy that the shed was taken down because it made some people nervous.
I'm sorry, Abigail. I don't know if it's just me. I'm having so
Oh.
much trouble understanding.
I can understand her. Yeah, she said that the old shed was making some parents nervous, so having it tear down is a positive development.
Yeah, I could see that. It needed to go. Definitely.
So this is something that we can discuss now. A motion to discuss now. I mean, is this something where if we were able to approve this, Jared, you think we could get this going before winter, or is this something that makes more sense to wait for spring? What's
I think we should approve it now. These quotes, they're only
yeah, that
good
could
for
just
so long. And he said that the barnyard guy said it's about a 6-week lead time. And he
Okay.
thought that they would be able to get it done by the end of November. So, I think we should do it, get it out there.
Okay. Well, I'll make a motion to.
That's the one thing. Is there
Okay.
any reason why it would be wise to wait and maybe hope that the prices are inflated right now, as everything seems to be? Is there any reason why we should just, if I don't know. We would hope to get a better price if we wait a few months to the spring.
I would think the prices for a shed would actually be higher in the spring because
Yeah.
it's heading into the, outdoor
You're
season.
right. That's a good point. Good point. Yep.
Yeah, I'd agree with that, Rufus. Absolutely.
Well, we need it. We need a shed, so,
Yeah, we need a shed, I guess.
okay.
The only thing I'm looking at so the leveling line item on the tough shed quote, that's not the same as what the site prep
No, the
for the
site
barnyard
prep
is.
for the other one is, they actually bring gravel and build the pad for you.
Mhm.
The leveling
Okay.
from what's it called is if they get there and the area that you chose isn't level, they will level it a little bit, but this, they're actually creating a pad, and the gravel pad, that way it drains better. And they also, if they build the, I don't think I have the backup on this, but if they do the pad, they guarantee it'll stay level for 10 years. So,
Great.
that's, by having them do it, that's the one advantage.
Yeah, that is good. Okay, well, I'll make a motion to move forward with the barnyard quote for a 10x10 shed and site prep for a total of $5,470. Can I
Second.
get second from
Second.
Rufus? Any discussion? Okay, all those in favor of that motion, say aye or raise their hand.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, so it sounds like the motion carries, so we can move forward with the quote from, excuse me, the barnyard. Thanks, Jared, for putting that together.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, so number 10 is I said the dates was gonna be I guess it doesn't really matter that much, but
Yeah, you said the dates. Yeah.
okay, so I guess I'll share my screen. I haven't done that in a while. Share screen. So I was given by Darlene Brady a template to submit our 2024 regular meeting schedule. And I put together a rough draft of it. It needs to be submitted a month before our first meeting of 2024. But we all know how quickly, time can go when we only meet once a month or so. So basically what we would need to decide on is if we want to stick with Mondays, if we want to stick with 7 p.m. and the location was kind of the thing I wrestled with the most. Personally, I would be in support of going back to in-person meetings at town hall, but I didn't know how the rest of the commission felt about that. Yeah.
I'd love a hybrid option if possible.
Mhm. Yeah, and, I'm fine with that too. I guess I had heard some feedback from members of the public during some of the meetings where we had a lot of people from the public that it would have been easier to do town hall versus Zoom, but that might not even be the consensus, but I think people like the option. So yeah, maybe a hybrid's the way to go. I guess I just don't know how to word that specifically. If anyone has any input on.
Yeah, I have been in favor of in-person in the past.
Mhm.
And I just think that there's a way people getting together in a room. There's a different dynamic. I've gotten used to Zoom. But I do think that there's something to be said for, sitting around a table together. But I think it's hard for us all to get together even once a month at 7 p.m. So I think a hybrid model is the way to get quorums most easily. But I do agree that there are certain conversations like the other night would have been very, I think, helpful to have people together. I understand where that's coming from. Anyway.
Mike, what if we just said at town hall and or via Zoom, and that covers us for hybrid or in person or just Zoom, and then we can kind of decide? I mean, maybe we do a couple in-persons a year or something like that. I think if we're gonna have, I definitely like the idea of at least hybrid every once in a while.
Mhm.
Works better for my schedule that way, but I don't know if that wording covers us for the options.
Yeah, I think that's a good simple wording, and I guess we can submit and Darlene can let us know if that needs to be amended somehow, but that makes a lot of sense to me. Jared, what do you think you would end up doing more? Would you be hanging out more, or would you be trying to get home before meetings?
I've been 50-50. I'm home right now. But it all depends honestly on the time of year really and what else is going on. Program wise, etc. But I mean if hybrid means that there's always the in-person option, then me or whoever, I think it would have to be me. I'd have to be here at town hall. So I think that the hybrid that wouldn't actually apply to me. I'm not in love with that. I'm not going to lie, but I mean, that's ultimately it's your guys' decision. You tell me what I got to do. But I don't think because, I mean, outside of me or Rufus, there's no one else who would be opening and closing town hall for the meetings that late. So it would have to be one of the two of us would have to be here. So like I said, I just don't think hybrid applies to me. So, it is what it is.
So it's not your preference, but it's not a.
Yeah. I'm not going to say
Yeah.
it's my preference that I'd have to be here for them,
Yeah.
but at the same time, we're only talking the regular meetings and there's only 12 of them a year. So it's not like it's an undue burden. If we have a special meeting and I say, hey, can we do the special meeting on Zoom? We can do whatever we want with the special meetings. So I don't really think it's an unfair request to have me here for 12 days. Like I said, if you're asking me personally, yeah, I'd rather have the option to go home, but I don't think it's unfair to ask me to be here for 12 meetings, honestly. So I wouldn't worry about that at all.
So let's leave it, and we know what kind of meeting is gonna attract a lot of public interest, and we'll leave the wording the way Blythe said, then we have the option. Right?
Great, yeah, agreed. Yeah, the and or,
Sounds good to me.
And this is just for regular meetings. This is not for special meetings. I just want to
right, so-
clarify that.
yep,
Okay.
so, meetings in addition to these listed below will be considered special and will follow the state mandate guidelines for posting a special meeting. And this, yes, a regular, so this is just for the regular monthly meetings. And so I went through my calendar and, so we're currently on the third Monday of every month, so I kept that. And I just want to go over the holidays that I avoided really quickly. I mean, I think you guys can. What's the best way to do this?
Probably you moved up the December meeting, probably.
Exactly. I'll just open up my.
Maybe, I don't know.
No, I did. I just open up my calendar to easily see the holidays that I just want to call out and make sure everyone's agreed. All right, so the third Monday in January was Martin Luther King. So I moved that to the 22nd of January. The third Monday of February was President's Day. So I moved that to the following Monday, the 26th of February. March, we were clear on the 18th. April was tax day on the 15th, which I wasn't sure if that was a holiday for our purposes, but I did move it to the 22nd. May, the third Monday of the 20th was clear for holidays. June, the 17th was clear of holidays. July, the 15th was clear. August 19th was clear. September the 16th was clear. October the 21st is clear in 2024. November the 18th is clear. And December the 16th is open. So unless anyone has any anything I missed, I think those dates
Mike, should we go back to the language in the top then, since a couple of those were moved from the third Monday of each month? Should we add something in the language that says, unless it conflicts with a holiday observance?
yeah.
I don't want anybody questioning why
Yeah,
first two meetings of the month are not on the third Monday.
right. Yeah, because it starts off right. The
Yeah.
first ones. Okay, so the Town of Kent Board of Park and Recreation 2024 regular monthly meetings will be held on the third Monday of each month, comma, unless conflicting with a holiday observance, comma, at 7 p.m. at Town Hall and or Zoom. Meetings in addition to those listed below will be considered special and will follow the state mandated guidelines for posting a special meeting. At the October 16th Board of Park and Recreation meeting, the following dates were approved as regular meeting dates for 2024. And those dates were the ones I just discussed.
You want to say Board of Park and Rec? We don't really call ourselves a board.
Yeah,
Commission.
so that was, yep, good catch. That was kind of some template language I carried over. The Town of Kent Park and Recreation Commission.
Mhm.
sure I spelled that wrong, but that'll catch it probably. Alright.
And then down below too, out at the October 16th Park and Recreation Commission meeting, the dates were approved.
Great, thank you. So I have it right up top here, or in the right form up top. Okay, so if anyone has any comments, otherwise, if we get a motion to accept the 2024 regular meeting schedule as listed in this document, I can email it to Darlene.
So moved.
Thanks,
As
Rufus. Awesome. You have a second?
Second,
All those in favor, say aye or raise their hand on video.
aye.
Aye.
Excellent. Any opposed? Okay, I will stop sharing. Thank you, guys. And then the last item, I reached out to, regarding our open commission and alternate positions, I reached out to the two candidates that were passed over last time, Mary Ellen Epstein and Naomi. Let me bring up, forgetting Naomi's last name right now.
Joseph.
Thank you, Naomi Joseph, yes. Mary Ellen said that she no longer was interested. She had some time constraints, but Naomi was interested, and so that was good. And so I guess I would like to I'd like to add her to the commission, quite simply put. And then we will also we will be whole as members, and we will have 2 vacancies on the alternate position. So we will then need to advertise for those, since we plan on going back to see if people are still interested. So now we need to try to recruit more. But now Naomi, I met, she has a daughter in tennis. Seems like she'd be a great addition. I'm sure some of you know her. I'm sure Jared knows her. But I would personally like to make a motion to add Naomi Joseph as a Parks and Rec Commissioner in the vacated role left by Elizabeth Bernard, with a term expiring January 2024.
So this is just a short term, and then we would, I'm sorry, I'll second that, we'd love to have a discussion.
Okay. So we have a second, so discussion. So in the past, I believe it has to be, and I could be wrong, so if someone wants to correct me, that looking down the list on the website, it's kind of staggered as far as term expirations, and I believe we're specifically trying to fill the term that Biz vacated. So then, yeah, we would in January renew that term.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that the way it works is, let's say even if that term expired in like 2026, the person would still only be appointed through the next upcoming town meeting, which is always early January of the ensuing year. So no matter what, even if, like I said, if Biz's term said 2026, Elizabeth or whoever was coming into that would still have to be appointed at the town meeting. So this basically is just to fill the position until the next town meeting. I think that's how it should be phrased. So we're appointing Elizabeth Joseph to the open Park and Recreation Commission seat recently vacated by Elizabeth Bernard, to serve a term until the January of 2024 town meeting, if that makes sense.
That makes sense. so I can redo my motion. Let me bring up, things. So I would like to make a motion to fill the vacated commission position with Naomi Joseph. With that term being up for renewal at the next town meeting in January.
I second.
Any more discussion? All those in favor, say aye or raise their hand on video.
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, awesome. So I'll let Naomi know. She sounded excited, so that's great. And we will, Jared, remind me the best way to, I know we talked about this, to advertise for the alternate positions.
I'm not sure exactly what was done last time. It was put up on the website. And I believe we may have sent an email out as well, but I think for it to go on the website, we go through either Joyce or Darlene. Or both of them potentially. So
Okay,
I'm just gonna minimize this real quick. And I'll email Joyce and Darlene, I'll copy you and just ask them what the steps we have to take are, because I honestly I don't remember. We just do it so infrequently. But did
Right.
we make a motion to advertise for that like at the last meeting? I think
we did, yeah. we
Okay,
did.
all right. So we don't need to worry about that then. So okay, yeah. So basically I think it's just as simple as just telling them we want to advertise and coming up with a period of time, how long we want to advertise for, etc.
Awesome. Okay, well, that brings us to the end of our agenda for tonight. And if nobody, as long as nobody has anything else to add, I will make a motion to adjourn. All
Second.
right, great. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Night.
Good night, all.
Good night.
Aye.